There is a silence that falls right before the world changes. Have you felt it? It is not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of a held breath, a pause in the rhythm of reality itself. We are moving toward a window of time, specifically between December 8th and December 10th, that acts as a hinge upon which the door of your destiny is waiting to swing open. For the vast majority of the population, these dates will pass like any other. They will see the moon rise, they will go to work, they will sleep, and they will wake up in the same loops they have inhabited for years. But you are here because you have sensed that something different is weaving itself into the fabric of your days. You have felt the pressure building, not as stress, but as a deep internal notification that a shift is imminent. This is not a drill. We are approaching the final major lunar cycle of 2025, a year that has likely tested you, stripped you, and prepared you in ways you are only now beginning to understand. This specific window is a cosmic reckoning. It is a moment where the veil between who you were and who you are becoming thins to the width of a single thought. The ancient texts and modern intuitive understanding both point to this. When the celestial alignment locks into place, it serves as a divine reset button. But a reset button only works if you press it with intention. If these words are landing for you, there is a clear way to move forward without getting scattered. Prosperity revealed in 3 dimensions. It is a simple and profound path designed to help you bring order to the noise, return to your center, and act with clarity. You can explore it in reading or listening, whatever fits your life right now. Everything is in the pinned comment and in the description. Take the time that feels right. Now, let's return to the heart of our exploration, because understanding this window is vital. The universe does not shout, it whispers. And right now, it is whispering that 9 specific miracles are available to be accessed. These are not miracles in the sense of magic tricks, but miracles in the sense of shifts in perception and energy that alter physical reality. But to access them, we must first understand why you specifically are feeling this pull. You have likely been seeing the signs. Perhaps you look at the clock and it is 11:11 or 3:33 or 4:44, appearing with such frequency that it defies statistical probability. Perhaps you have been waking up between the hours of 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., feeling wide awake, as if someone or something has called your name. These are not symptoms of insomnia, they are symptoms of activation. Your soul's internal alarm clock is ringing because the energetic environment of the planet is shifting. The Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of the Earth itself, is spiking, creating a background frequency that agitates the old self and awakens the new one. This brings us to the first and perhaps most difficult miracle, the Great Shadow Purge. We often think of miracles as instant moments of joy, but the truest miracle is the ability to clear the space where joy can live. During this window of December 8th to the 10th, the lunar light acts as a cosmic sonar. It penetrates the deep waters of your subconscious. You may feel sudden waves of emotion, grief for things you thought you had forgotten, anger over situations that happened years ago, or a sudden sense of vulnerability. Do not mistake this for regression. The mind wants to tell you, I thought I dealt with this, why is it back? But the spirit knows the truth. It is coming up because it is leaving. Imagine your energetic body as a house. For years, you may have stored boxes in the basement, boxes of ancestral trauma, limiting beliefs, and old wounds. You closed the door and lived on the upper floors. But now, the light is turning on in the basement. This purge is the miracle of cleaning house. When these heavy emotions rise, do not run from them. Do not distract yourself with your phone or noise. Instead, become a sacred witness. Stand firm like a mountain in the midst of a storm. The mountain does not fear the rain. It allows the rain to wash it clean. When the wave of sadness or fear comes, say to it, I see you, I acknowledge you, I thank you for the lesson you brought, and I now release you with love. Visualize this energy leaving your body like gray smoke, dissolving into the light of the moon. This is not just psychological work, it is energetic surgery. By clearing this space, you create the vacuum that the universe must fill with new blessings. This leads us directly into the second miracle, which can only occur after the vessel has been emptied, the divine wealth frequency. We have been conditioned to believe that wealth is purely a matter of labor and luck. While action is necessary, the root of abundance is frequency. Money is energy. It is a current, a currency. If your internal frequency is tuned to lack or struggle, no amount of hard work will sustain wealth. It will slip through your fingers. During the nights of this portal, the energy is primed to overwrite these scarcity codes. The moon represents the reflective principle. It reflects the light of the sun just as your reality reflects the light of your consciousness. If you have been feeling stuck financially, understand that this is often a protection mechanism of the subconscious. If you believe money is evil or that you are unworthy, your system will repel it to keep you safe and good. Here is the shift. On these nights, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Close your eyes and visualize the white, silver light of the moon entering the crown of your head. Watch as it turns into a shimmering gold liquid, filling your brain, your throat, your heart, and settling in your solar plexus. This is the alchemy of the mind. Feel gratitude not for what you want, but for what you already have. Gratitude is the key that turns the lock, because you cannot be grateful and fearful at the same time. Declare with authority, I am a magnet for miracles, wealth, and abundance. My prosperity benefits the whole. This is not just a wish, it is a command to your reticular activating system to start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. If this perspective on abundance is shifting something within you, consider subscribing to the channel. We are building a community of souls who are ready to remember their power, and your presence here strengthens the signal for everyone. But as you begin to shine brighter, you become more visible. A lighthouse attracts ships, but it can also attract moths. This brings us to the third miracle, the unbreakable protection shield. As you elevate your frequency, you may notice that people who are still operating in low vibration states, fear, jealousy, anger, might try to attach to your light. They do not do this out of malice, usually, but out of a desperate need for energy. You, the chosen one, are a battery of high-frequency energy. The miracle here is the realization that you do not need to hide to be safe. You need to be sovereign. Protection is not about building a wall that shuts the world out. It is about creating a filter that only allows love in. During this window, stand under the sky, or visualize it if you are indoors, with your palms facing up. This is a gesture of receiving and command. Say aloud, I call forth a shield of unbreakable diamond platinum energy. Let it be a mirror reflecting away all that is not of my highest good. Visualize an iridescent sphere surrounding your body, about an arm's length away in all directions. See the surface of this sphere as diamond hard and reflective. When negative energy approaches, it hits this shield and bounces back to the sender not as an attack, but transformed into neutral energy. This ensures that you are no longer an energetic sponge, absorbing the moods of the world, but an energetic fortress. You can be compassionate without being contaminated. This shield protects the new wealth frequency you are cultivating. Now we must address the chains that hold us to the past. The fourth miracle is the grand karmic absolution. Karma is often misunderstood as punishment. It is not. Karma is simply energetic debt or inertia, patterns that repeat until they are resolved. It is the law of cause and effect. But there are moments in cosmic time where the grace of the universe allows for a wiping of the slate. This portal acts as a get-out-of-jail-free card for souls who are genuinely ready to graduate from their old lessons. You know you are ready if you are tired of the same old dramas, the same old arguments, the same old betrayals. That fatigue is a sign of spiritual maturity. To claim this absolution, you must perform a ritual of radical forgiveness. This is the hardest work, but it yields the greatest reward. You must forgive two parties, others and yourself. Take a piece of paper. On one side, write, "I forgive everyone who has ever harmed me, knowingly or unknowingly." You don't have to like them. You don't have to invite them back into your life. You are simply cutting the energetic cord that allows them to siphon your power. On the other side of the paper, write, "I forgive myself for every mistake I have ever made, for every time I settled for less, for every time I abandoned myself." Burn this paper safely. Watch it turn to ash. As it burns, declare, "I release the patterns. My karma is absolved. I am free." Fire is an element of transformation. It returns the physical to the spiritual. By doing this, you unlock the chain. You will find that toxic patterns simply cease to exist because you are no longer feeding them with your resentment. This clearing of the past creates the space for the fifth miracle, the amplified soulmate signal. The 3D world tells us that love is a hunt, a game, something to be chased. But the hidden truth is that soulmates, whether romantic partners, deep friendships, or soul family, are not found. They are recognized. They are magnetized. When your signal is distorted by old trauma and defense mechanisms, your soul family cannot find you. It is like trying to tune into a radio station that is full of static. But as you clear the shadow and protect your energy, your signal becomes a pure, beaming broadcast. During this portal, the connection between hearts is amplified. Place your hands over your heart center. Close your eyes. Do not think of a specific face, for that limits the universe. Instead, focus on the feeling of your divine counterpart. Focus on the feeling of safety, of being understood without words, of coming home. Visualize a pink and gold light pulsing from your heart, expanding to encompass the entire planet. Say, "I call to the one who resonates with my soul's sacred song. I am ready." You are commanding a reunion of souls across all dimensions. Do not be surprised if, in the days following this, you meet strangers who feel like family, or if old relationships that no longer serve you naturally fall away to make room for the new. If you have ever felt that deep loneliness, that sense of not belonging to this world, leave a like on this video. It is a signal to the universe that you are ready to find your true tribe. As we move deeper into the mysteries of this window, we encounter the sixth miracle, the Akashic Destiny download. For years, you may have looked at the sky and asked, "Why am I here? What is the point of all this?" This is the cry of a soul that has forgotten its mission. The Akashic records are the energetic library of the universe, containing the blueprint of every soul's journey, past, present, and future. Usually, accessing this information requires deep meditative states or a guide, but during the thinning of the veil, the download becomes available to all who ask with sincerity. This is about moving from confusion to clarity. It is about shifting from "I hope" to "I know." To access this, you must quiet the analytical mind. The intellect is a wonderful tool for navigating the 3D world, but it is useless for navigating the higher dimensions. Focus your attention on the space between your eyebrows, the third eye point. Visualize a deep violet vortex spinning there. Ask a simple question. Show me the next step. Reveal to me the blueprint of my soul's destiny. The answer may not come as a booming voice. It often comes as a sudden, brilliant idea while you are washing dishes. It comes as a dream so symbolic and vivid that you wake up with tears in your eyes. It comes as a sudden urge to go somewhere or call someone. Trust these impulses. They are the breadcrumbs leading you to your highest timeline. This mental and spiritual upgrade requires a physical vessel that can sustain it. This brings us to the seventh miracle, the crystalline light body activation. We are carbon-based life forms, but we are in the process of evolving into a crystalline structure. Not literally turning into crystal, but evolving our DNA to hold more light, more data, more frequency. Your body is a biocrystalline computer. Just as an old computer crashes if you try to run advanced software on it, your body can suffer if you try to run high-frequency consciousness without upgrading the hardware. This is why you might feel physical symptoms: exhaustion, body aches, ringing in the ears, or buzzing sensations. These are growing pains. The moonlight during this window carries codes, photonic packets of information that switch on dormant DNA strands. To facilitate this, use the element of water. Water has memory. It is programmable. Create moon water by placing a glass of pure water under the moonlight or on a windowsill on the nights of December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Before you drink it in the morning, hold the glass and command your cells. Awaken to your crystalline potential. Hold the light. As you drink, feel the water hydrating not just your tissues, but your light body. This simple ritual bridges the gap between the physical and the spiritual, helping you process these intense energies with more grace and less physical fatigue. If you are following this journey and feeling the resonance of these shifts, consider turning on notifications. The path is unfolding, and we will be sharing more tools to navigate these times. The eighth miracle takes us into the realm of the night, the dream portal. We spend 1/3 of our lives asleep, yet we treat it as a dead zone. The truth is, your dream state is a real, tangible dimension. It is the meeting ground for your spirit guides, your higher self, and the universal intelligence. During this portal, the barrier between the waking mind and the dreaming mind is incredibly thin. Your dreams are no longer just the brain processing the day's events. They are direct communications. They are strategy sessions for your waking life. Before you go to sleep on these 3 nights, perform a small ceremony. Keep a journal and pen by your bed. Write down one specific question you need guidance on. It could be about your career, your health, or a relationship. State clearly, "Tonight, I open the dream portal. I ask for clear guidance on this matter. I will remember." When you wake up, before you check your phone, before you move, grab the pen. Write down whatever is in your mind, even if it is just a color, a feeling, or a fragment of a scene. As you write, more will come. You are pulling the file from the dream server to the waking desktop. These messages are the master keys to the problems you have been trying to solve with your logical mind. And now we arrive at the 9th and most powerful miracle, the culmination of all the others: conscious timeline weaving. This is the master key. We have been taught that time is linear, a straight line from birth to death. But quantum physics and ancient mysticism agree. Time is an infinite ocean of possibilities. Every choice you make creates a ripple, a branch, a timeline. Most people drift on the currents of the collective timeline, swept along by the news, the fears, and the expectations of society. But you, the chosen one, have the power to step out of the current and choose your stream. During December 8 to 10, the chaotic currents of the collective pause. The waters become still. This gives you immense leverage. This is how you weave your timeline. You must first visualize your current timeline, the one with the struggle, the lack, the confusion, as a movie screen. Watch it, thank it, and then see it fade to black. Then, construct the feeling state of your highest timeline. Do not just see it, be it. Feel the texture of the sheets in your new home. Smell the air of your freedom. Feel the hand of your soulmate. Then perform a physical action. Stand up. Step forward physically. This signals to the body and the subconscious that a movement has occurred. Declare, I now choose and collapse all timelines into this, my highest destiny. I have arrived. You are not asking permission. You are not wishing. You are collapsing the quantum wave function into a specific reality. You have commanded it. However, there is a warning that must accompany this power. Once the portal closes, you must be vigilant against the echo effect. This is the final test. When you shift timelines, the old reality does not disappear instantly. It echoes. It sends phantom signals to see if you are really serious. You might receive an unexpected bill just after you declared abundance. You might get a text from a toxic ex just after you declared love. You might feel a sudden wave of doubt just after you declared confidence. Do not react. This is the trap. If you react with the old emotion, fear, anger, panic, you agree to the old timeline and you are pulled back in. See these echoes as ghosts. They have no substance unless you give them your attention. When the bill comes, say, thank you for showing me what I am leaving behind. When the doubt comes, say, I hear you, but I no longer believe you. Pivot your focus immediately back to gratitude. Pivot back to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Furthermore, you must watch your words with extreme care. Your words are spells. That is why it is called spelling. You cannot inhabit a reality of abundance while walking around saying, I'm so broke, I'm so tired, nothing ever works for me. The universe listens to your frequency, not your hopes. Speak only of what you are creating as if it is already becoming. Speak of your life with reverence. The days of December 8th, 9th, and 10th are your open door. The universe is holding the door, but you must walk through it. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, you understand the signs, the causes, and the path. The only variable left is your will. Will you let this moon pass like all the others? Or will you use it to become the version of yourself that you have always sensed was waiting in the wings? The choice is yours, but remember, to not choose is also a choice. If this message has unlocked something in you, if you feel the truth of it vibrating in your bones, share this with someone who might need it right now. We rise by lifting others. And now, to seal this contract with yourself and the universe, go to the comments and type, I am the miracle. Let this be your first act of conscious creation in this new cycle. The hidden truth is out, the portal is opening, and your new timeline begins not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. What light wants to enter your life now? What are you ready to release so something truer can begin? The night sky is waiting for your answer. But let us pause here, because there is a secret chapter to this transformation that is rarely spoken of. We have discussed the signs, the portal, and the moment of choice. Yet, what happens the morning after the shift? What happens when the ritual is done, the candles are blown out, and the ordinary world demands your attention again? This is where true mastery is forged. This is the Valley of Integration. Many seekers experience the high of the portal, the clarity of December 8th, 9th, and 10th, only to crash a week later. They mistake this crash for failure. They think, I must have done it wrong, or the universe didn't hear me. But listen closely. This silence is not a rejection, it is a gestation. When you plant a seed in the dark soil, you do not see it sprout the next day. If you were to dig it up every morning to check if it was growing, you would kill it. The period immediately following your timeline shift is the underground phase. In this phase, your physical reality may look exactly the same as it did before. Your bank account might show the same number. The same problems may appear on your desk. This is the great illusion. The universe is testing your spiritual stamina. It is asking, do you believe in what you cannot yet see, or do you only trust your physical eyes? The old version of you needed proof to believe. The new version of you, the chosen one, believes in order to see. During this integration phase, you must understand the biology of change. This is not just spiritual, it is physiological. Your body is a chemical record of your past. For years, perhaps decades, your cells have been addicted to the chemistry of stress, urgency, lack, and survival. When you suddenly shift your consciousness to peace and abundance, your body goes into withdrawal. You might feel an inexplicable fatigue. You might feel a sudden, irrational irritability. You might feel a strange fog in your brain. Do not fear this. This is the metabolic detox of the old timeline. Your nervous system is recalibrating to hold a higher voltage of light. If this concept of biological recalibration resonates with you, or if you've ever felt tired just as your life was getting better, leave a like on this video. It helps us find others who are navigating this same physical shift. Now, we must address the 3 specific traps that appear in the Valley of Integration so you can walk past them without stumbling. The first trap is the trap of logic. The logical mind is a wonderful tool for navigating the known world, but it is useless for navigating the unknown. After you have declared your new timeline, your logical mind will try to calculate how it will happen. It will look at your current resources, your current connections, and your current time, and it will tell you, the math doesn't add up. And the mind is right. In the linear world, the math does not add up. But you are no longer operating in linear mathematics. You are operating in quantum mechanics. In the quantum field, the solution often arrives before the problem is fully understood. To bypass the trap of logic, you must practice cognitive surrender. When the mind asks how, you answer with who. Remind yourself who you are becoming. The how is the domain of the universe. The who is your domain. Do not micromanage the infinite. The second trap is the trap of isolation. As you shift frequencies, you may find that you no longer resonate with certain friends, family members, or environments. The conversations that used to entertain you now feel draining. The drama that used to engage you now feels petty. You may feel a sudden loneliness. This is not because you are being punished, it is because you are being protected. The universe is creating a vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum, but in the spiritual realm, the vacuum is sacred. It is the empty space required for new people, new mentors, and new opportunities to enter. If you rush to fill this silence with noise, scrolling on your phone, calling ex-partners, engaging in gossip, you clutter the space where your miracle was about to land. Stand firm in the solitude. Be the mountain that stands alone but touches the sky. If you are currently feeling this distance from your old circle, know that you are not alone in this feeling. Share this video with someone who might be feeling isolated in their growth. It might be the sign they've been praying for. The third trap, and perhaps the most subtle, is the trap of worthiness. Deep down, as the new reality begins to manifest, as the opportunities start to flow, as the love begins to appear, a small voice may whisper, "Is this really for me? Is it safe to be this happy? What if I lose it all?" This is the upper limit problem. We all have an internal thermostat for how much love, wealth, and joy we allow ourselves to feel. When we exceed that setting, we unconsciously self-sabotage to bring ourselves back down to the familiar zone of struggle. To break this thermostat, you must practice titration. You must learn to expand your capacity for joy in small, conscious increments. When a good thing happens, pause, breathe into it, let it land in your body. Do not brush it off. Do not immediately look for the next problem. Stay with the sensation of success for 10 seconds, then 20, then a minute. You are retraining your nervous system to accept that safety and joy can coexist. This leads us to the most practical tool for the days following the portal, the morning alignment protocol. Most people start their day in reaction mode. The alarm rings and they immediately check their phone, flooding their brain with the world's chaos, other people's agendas, and the collective fear. By 8 a.m., they have already surrendered their sovereignty to the old timeline. To hold your new timeline, you must win the first hour of the day. Before you look at a screen, before you speak to anyone, you must re-anchor the reality you chose during the portal. It does not need to be an hour of meditation. It can be 5 minutes. Sit on the edge of your bed. Place your hand on your heart.
And ask yourself, which timeline am I waking up in today? Visualize the version of you that exists in the wish fulfilled. How does that version breathe? How does that version drink coffee? How does that version walk to the bathroom? There is a distinct difference in the posture of a person who is hunting for success and a person who knows they have already arrived. The person who is hunting is tense, leaning forward, anxious. The person who has arrived is leaning back, open, receptive. Adopt the posture of arrival for just 3 minutes every morning. This signals to your reticular activating system, the filter in your brain, to look for evidence of your new reality throughout the day. And because you are looking for it, you will find it. You will see the synchronicities that you would have otherwise missed. But here is where it gets even more mysterious. As you stabilize in this new frequency, you will notice the mirror effect in the world around you.
The world is not solid. It is a feedback loop. When you change, the mirror must change. But mirrors do not change instantly. There is a lag time. During this lag time, you must become the alchemist of perception. You might walk into your workplace and it looks exactly the same. The same fluorescent lights, the same tired colleagues. The alchemist does not complain about the lead. The alchemist transmutes it into gold. You do this by bringing your new frequency into the old environment. You do not wait for the environment to change to feel good. You feel good, and thus the environment begins to shift around you. You might notice a coworker suddenly being kinder. You might find a project suddenly canceled that was causing you stress. You might get fired, which, in the eyes of the alchemist, is not a disaster, but a liberation from a room that became too small for your soul. Trust the exits as much as you trust the entrances. If this perspective on trusting the exits brings you a sense of relief, consider subscribing to the channel. We explore these deeper laws of reality every week, and we would be honored to have you on this path. Let us go deeper into the concept of sacred neutrality. In the days following the shift, you will likely encounter a test that triggers your oldest emotional wound. If your wound is abandonment, someone will pull away. If your wound is injustice, someone will accuse you falsely. If your wound is lack, an unexpected expense will arise. This is the final gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is not there to stop you. It is there to ask, are you really changed? If you react with the old emotion, if you scream, if you collapse into tears of victimhood, if you spiral into anxiety, you tell the universe, I am still the old me.